as a professional matchmaker and a professional dating coach. Here are 3 things you must ask these guys when they tell you they're divorced. Hang on. Okay, so every single thing I talk about and do videos about come literally off the fire from the real world, either world of matchmaking or the date coaching that I do for women. So I had a lady last night reach out to me, and she was all upset because she had been talking to this guy that she met online. He said he was divorced. So she had a phone call with him, like I tell my ladies to do. And she said, "Oh, you're divorced?" He says, "Yes." Said, "Yes." Okay. Now, did he end up blatantly lying? Yes, because when they were on the date, and he drove 4 hours to meet her, that's because her profile's that good. While they were at dinner, she starts to now ask him more questions about his divorce. And this is where everything went south. "So tell me about your divorce," she says. And he stops and he looks, and then he admits he's just separated. Well, I'll cut to the chase on that story. She made him take her home. And that was a good learning lesson for him. I'm going to give you ladies advice because I don't think you're quite digging deep enough with these men. Obviously you're not. And for me, it's just second nature to ask these questions. So I'm going to give them to you today. Okay, let's get it into it. Number 1, you want to ask him, I would do it either in the initial messaging phase or on the phone. And again, if you want to hate on the dating apps, you can meet a guy in the grocery store who would tell you he's divorced and then ends up being separated. So it's not about the dating app. So let's just get that off the table. So first of all, when you get on message or a phone call, you need to say this. "Hey, so how long have you been legally divorced?" Not just, "Hey, are you divorced?" Because that's an easy thing for them to just say yes. But if you dig deeper and you say, "How long have you been legally divorced?" Now he's going to have to justify his answer. So this is where you're going to start to uncover the truth. And then he'll tell you whatever he tells you. Number 2, then you're going to say, "Well, have you dated much since your divorce? Or did you date during your separation? And how long have you been dating since your divorce?" You need to go on a fact-finding mission so that when they give you an answer, you come back with another question to dig deeper. So how long have you been dating? How much have you dated in this whole time? And then last but not least, you want to ask them, and have you been in any relationships of any significance in this time during your separation or divorce? Now, I am telling you, ladies, these 3 questions: are you legally divorced? Have you dated much since your divorce or separation? How long were you separated? Have you been in any relationships since? This is going to now uncover so much great intel that you need to have. I also would go so far as to ask, well, what kind of relationship do you have with her now? Because I've had scenarios where, the man will be like, "Yeah, we don't talk," which is intel you need to have. And I've had scenarios where a man ended up telling me, "Oh, we're such best friends. She pre-qualifies women before I ever date them." What? I had to tell that guy I couldn't work with him for matchmaking. So it's not for me, though, to tell you what his answers should be. It's up to you to ask the right questions and then figure out for yourself whether or not it's okay with you or not, right? Personally, I want a guy who's legally divorced. I want a guy who has had some dating experience. I want a guy who's even road tested the merchandise out there. He's dated quite a bit. He's even dated somebody for a significant amount of time. He's in a place where he's dated. He knows what he wants. That's what I'd be looking for. All right. I hope it helps.